Matt, you play Private Ryan, correct?
Yeah.
This whole movie is about finding you, or is it about that? What is it about?
Well, that's you know, the plot. That's what, you know, puts the action in motion. But you know, it's about it follows these 8 guys who are looking for me, and I think it examines a lot of issues of loyalty and decency, and against the backdrop of this terrifying circumstance. So while the character is the title character, you know, he appears very late in the film, and I think the question that it raises is it worth sending these 8 guys to get this one guy? And Spielberg doesn't condescend to anybody. He doesn't give them the answer. He at the end of the film, I think people answer it for themselves.
But that's not what really the movie is about, is it?
Well, the movie's about the movie's about yeah, essentially 8 guys risking their lives to save one. I mean, in terms of plot, in terms of, what do you mean, Michael? Give me the.
Okay, war is bad. What else is the film telling us?
Well, I think it's just taking an honest look at this war. I don't think nobody has ever seen this war examined in this way. I know when I saw it, I had this visceral reaction to the combat because it doesn't pull any punches. And I think, you know, when people see it, the feeling that they'll, you know, walk away with, the feeling that I walked away with is a new appreciation for the people who were there and who fought. And also, I was asking myself the question, what would I have done? And I was putting myself there and thinking about it, because these are ordinary people. World War II, you know, these people, 99% of them are not career soldiers. They're just enlisted men, people who signed up because they believed in the cause, and they're put in these extraordinary circumstances. So I think, you know, speaking for my generation, this notoriously apathetic generation, you know, I couldn't help feel a certain amount of guilt and ask myself, you know, have I lived up to my end of the bargain? Have I earned what was given to me by these people who laid down their lives for me? You know, I mean, at the end of the day, what the character asks, without giving too much away, is he says to his wife, "Tell me I've led a decent life. Tell me I've led a decent life." And I think what Spielberg wants is for us to be asking ourselves that question every day, and earning it every day. Earning the right to call ourselves decent human beings. And I think at the same time what he wants is for people, the next time they pass a veterans memorial in their local town, to think twice about what that means.
Do you think in peacetime there's something that we can do that, well, it's not the same thing as these soldiers did, but what can we do? I mean, well, you just mentioned your generation.
Yeah. But I think I think where we have to start is in learning about what these people did, and in understanding what they did, and in understanding that, you know, while we can't understand it at that level, and you know, I mean, one thing these combat scenes showed me is I can't imagine what it would be like to be there, and the demons that must haunt the people who lived through it. You know, we can start by treating, you know, Memorial Day as more of a, you know, a day to honor those people than to kind of go to the beach and have a barbecue, you know. Yeah.
We're doing a double, right?
Yeah.
Okay. How did this come about? Did Stephen just come to you and say, okay?
Actually, no. It had a lot to do with Robin Williams, because we were in Boston rehearsing Good Will Hunting, and Stephen came up for a day to film Amistad. And so Robin and Stephen are buddies. So Robin went down to see him and took me along, and introduced me, and Mr. Spielberg, nice to meet you. And he said, "Wait, weren't you in Courage Under Fire?" And I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "You were a lot thinner then." And I said, "Yeah, I lost weight for the part." And he said, "Oh, okay." And 2 weeks later, I get a call that I got the job. I found out in England from him that he had seen the film with his wife, Courage Under Fire, and he said, "That's the guy I want to play Private Ryan, except he's too skinny." So it was this totally serendipitous occurrence that Robin brought me down there.